Donald Trump is back in office. Get your money. Before we get into this episode, do me a favor, family, and click that like button and click that subscribe button. Clicking the like button helps the algorithm of this show, and I really appreciate it. I'm back once again. Podcast Talk. I am your host, Mr. LG. It's the LG Experience. And that's what I like to consider this podcast, an experience. Trump is back in office. And I've said right from the beginning that I did want him back in office. I know some people may not want to hear that, but it is what it is. Why? Because I'm about the dollar bills. I'm an investor and currently trying to learn how to swing trade. Excuse me, and I just wanted to take this time to go ahead and make this quick video as I look around on the internet and see what's trending and what can I give commentary about. But I'm always watching the market, and I look at the presidents and what they be saying and what makes my decisions on when I want to make an investment. And all I know is when I started learning about the market, which is around 2021, when Trump came in there, I made a significant gain. When Biden got in there, I took a significant loss. I really had a hard time while Biden was in there, but everything was gravy when Trump was in there. I am an investor in stocks and cryptocurrency. Many people always ask me, what is crypto? What is crypto? I'm not going to take this podcast right here and try to explain what it is, but it is the future, and I can tell you that Trump is a big advocate of cryptocurrency, and so is his buddy Elon Musk. Like I said, I want to jump in with this podcast right here, and I want to talk about the money. Shine, the rapper Shine, he has a documentary coming out tomorrow. I want to make a reaction video to that and try to see, can I get some comments from the audience? But it's coming on Hulu. I remember my last video, I was trying to find out which one of the streaming services was actually producing this documentary, but I found out it's Hulu, and I don't have Hulu. I got a couple of your other apps, but I don't have Hulu. But I've been looking at some of his interviews lately, and as he described this documentary as a celebration of his life, showing where he came to, and he has the possibility of being the prime minister of Belize. Prime minister is something like what the president does over here. So it's like the biggest job down there on that island where he's from. So, but they do talk about, he was very adamant that he was thrown under the bus. He was a downfall to all of that, and he believed that Diddy was the big cause of that. And there was a conflict of interest with the lawyers and all that. But we'll get to all that. I want to stick to talking about this money with Mr. Trump in office. And I want to know, what do y'all think about how money has rose or risen since he's been back in office? You can lay that down in the comments section. But that we want to see what's going to happen to small businesses when it comes to Trump. I'm sure it's something down the line that probably can help out. But when he got elected, when he became president-elect, everything just started shooting up. And I made some phone calls yesterday, called a couple people and see have they checked their portfolios. And I know a lot of people may not have portfolios like that because a lot of this stuff is based around community. And the unfortunate thing, like communities like where I come from, they don't really rally together on these type of things and get into the market. So you have to join communities, they own X, WhatsApp, Discord, Reddit, the different social media platforms. And a lot of those platforms be very diverse. And I think that's what I like about dealing with this, because it don't matter if you're black, it don't matter if you're white, it don't matter whatever, if you're an investor in this market. Now, you're talking about on a global scale, that's what Trump puts up the fight for all of that. Trump was just one of those people just didn't letting people just bully over him. He stands up for something. And China is one of those countries he don't mind going at when it comes to this money game. And that's the difference with somebody like this guy. This stuff can get very technical. And what I mean by small business is, people that's in the real estate, people may have restaurants, different things like that. You got big money corporations that's into restaurants, and then you have small businesses like independent type owners that owns restaurants. And like most people say, all about the millionaires, the ultimate rich people, as they say. Well, it depends on how you look at it. Because in this type of market right here, anybody can have a chance. The market took a real reaction when he became the president. So now you have money flowing into the market. That's the crypto market and the stocks. Stocks pretty much dictate everything, Crypto sort of follows that. You look at Bitcoin, it almost hit $90,000. Now, that's some good investment money right there. I found the article, and it's talked about how it cleared up some uncertainties, but there's always going to be some people with doubt, and that's just how it goes. It's just how the market goes. You got people that's full of confidence. When it's full of confidence, people sort of rally together. And that's one of the things I wish that would happen in my community, like rallying together. Like, you can make a difference when you have a bunch of people putting money together. Everybody got their money in their hand, and strength comes in numbers. This is something I've seen in this market. The market don't like that, but it is what it is. So, for example, you get 1,000 people, and all 1,000 of those people got $1,000. That's some numbers right there. You can work with that. You can make some noise with that. You come with that many people with that type of money, and they all coming at the same time with a certain goal in mind. That's something you can't stop. The big people, the lawmakers and all that stuff, they don't like that. But it is what it is. So if you had 1,000 people with $1,000 in their hands, that's $1 million. Now tell me you can't make no noise with $1 million. That's a fact. But I want to go back to this article right here. And it says that it breathed a sigh of relief, as the results came in. And when the election results came in and it ended, we saw 4.6 higher in the market. The S&P 500 ended that week with a 4.7% higher. The NASDAQ, 5.7%. All this stuff matters, and I don't want to bore y'all with all these numbers, and I definitely don't want to confuse people. It took me a few years to actually get this stuff down packed. The only mistake I made was when I did profit in 20, whatever year it was, I didn't sell when I was supposed to sell, because I was under the impression, I didn't know there's different types or different ways you can invest your money. And you can invest a little as $1 in this type of market. It really can change your life. It's not really about profiting. It's the information you can get from learning this stuff. And that's why I wanted Trump back in there. It's time to get back to the money. But I'm not gonna bore y'all with too much numbers, but too many numbers. But I'm going to give y'all some of this information out there. So, because there was a lot of anxiety when Biden was in there. They started having some correction when Biden came in there, maybe the last 2 years. We've seen inflation started cooling off. They kept raising interest rates during his presidency. We was on the brink of recession. But when you're on the brink of recession, you have to raise the interest rates. That's the only thing that really balances out the community. And what that does, it puts people in panic mode, and it starts people to budgeting instead of spending things that doesn't add value. So once people start doing that, they start saving their money and start budgeting, then the recession type atmosphere will start to cool off, and they'll start reducing interest rates. But looking at this, according to the Dow Jones, the last time the S&P 500 grew in October, leading into a presidential election, was during 2004, when it rose 4.1%. But in October 2000, a prior election year, it dropped 8.3%. Interesting. So who was running for president in 2004? I like to look up information while I'm doing this. So let's look it up. Presidential race 2004. Who we had out there? So it looked like Bush and Kerry. Okay. So when Bush got reelected, it rose 4.1%. So the prior election, let's see who was running in 2000. It said it dropped 8.3%. So I believe that was Bill Clinton. Was it? Presidential race 2000 candidates. That looked like Bill Clinton. Bush versus Gore. Okay, Clinton was going out. Bush versus Gore. A lot of people felt that Gore should have won that race. I believe he won the popular vote, but it was very controversial with that election. I remember that. Bush ended up winning that. So when he won, it dropped. Let me see. It dropped 8-point-something%. I was just looking at it. Weak hires. Okay, it dropped 8.3%. So that was Bush versus Gore. And they say cryptocurrencies have skyrocketed since Trump won the election. Bitcoin hit all-time highs above 90,000, and Dogecoin more than doubled. Now, I own Dogecoin, and whoever owns Bitcoin, they're going to get a big payday. And people have been predicting it's going to hit $100,000 for the past couple of years. I don't have Bitcoin, but I do have Ethereum, which was hanging around $2,300. Now it's around $3,000. So it has rallied, but it's still not where I want it to be. I made gains on Dogecoin as well. Even when I look at the list of all the stuff I have, make sure y'all click that like button. It's the LG experience. Yes, I'm talking about money on here today. Maybe I can school some of y'all to some of this. Every now and then I'm gonna come in and talk about finances and investments and that type of thing. I'll be looking at everything. I just don't want to talk about the drama that's going on in the entertainment field, even though it's something I can cover and talk about. But I would like this to be an experience. So share this video with your friends. Comment down below. If y'all know any cryptocurrencies that I can get into and check out, let me know. down in the comment section. I appreciate it. As I look at my list, it's crazy because everything, I wrote this down a few months ago, and everything has jumped up. I'm doing a little bit of swing trading, so I'm buying and selling the same thing. Even though I made a profit, I still had to go through some stuff and rebound from some stuff. So I'm getting back into it. I'm starting all over again. I'm trying to build my portfolio back up. So you got know any cryptocurrencies, you can leave it down in the comment section. I appreciate it. But going back to my list right here, and I looked up all this stuff. I looked up NVIDIA. It was 114 when I actually wrote this down. But when I actually look at the stock price of it now, NVIDIA stock is going for 141. Basically 142. That's NVIDIA. Then when I look at Apple, when I wrote NVIDIA down, it's 114. So you look at Apple. Apple going for, when I wrote it down, it was 213. Now it's 225. Amazon, when I wrote it down, it's 169. These type stocks, like by me doing swing trading or at least learning how to do it, these are stocks that basically got a lot of volume and it be up and down. And that's how you can make your money in the short term. That's called swing trading. Then you have day trading. Crypto is a little bit more difficult. You got to find the right exchange to actually do that on, because they have a lot of, their fees can be high. Like if you go to crypto.com, you try to do day trading, their fees are extremely too high to do that. I did it one time. I actually got a profit. I spent more in the transaction fee, so I really didn't make a profit. So, but anyway, Amazon's going for a 202. When I roll it down, it's 169. And another thing I want to look at while I'm on this podcast, because Elon Musk has got something going on with Trump, and I want to see what that role is. And when he bought Twitter and changed it to X, he immediately reinstated Donald Trump on there, for sure. Even though it lost its value, but when Trump got elected, Tesla's valuation went up. And I'm gonna look that up while we're on here too. So Amazon's going for what, 202? And somebody called me. I think I was my baby sister. As a matter of fact, let me give a couple of shout outs. I want to give a couple of shout outs to Monica and my baby sister for sure. Hey, shouts out to Keo too. I appreciate you being a guest on our last episode. Y'all can go back and check that out. Let's see what Tesla stock is. When I wrote it down, it was 210. Now it's 320. Now I want to look at their market cap. So their market cap is over $1 trillion. And they got over that when Trump became the president. Or right now he's the president-elect. Biden's still in charge. So here was another article. Is Tesla still a millionaire maker stock? I mean, if you playing like stock, Tesla is a good example of the up and down thing. When you swing trading, you day trading, that's when you catch it at a low point and still sell. The concept is still the same, just in a quicker capacity. So all them stocks, that's all been on my list right there, and all four of those entities has grown. And I think it's going to grow even more, especially if the Trump can get these people out of these wars. That's going to make it even better. It's going to make it even better. But it's still going to be some uncertainty, excuse me. There's still going to be some doubt out there, and people want to question Trump's moves, especially when he talk about these tariffs. And when you come to the money game, you talking about on a worldly scale, on a global scale, China is the bully on the block. There's no doubt about that. So let's look up Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Let me go back here for a quick second. Where we at with this? It's the LG experience. Click that subscribe button. Click that like button. I appreciate it. Leave a comment. So Elon Musk didn't say anything. So I'm trying to find out his role. What is his role going to be with Donald Trump? Let's just look it up. Elon Musk role with Donald Trump. Yeah, Donald Trump administration. That's what I want to look up. Role in Trump's new administration. Just click on that. You know, they buddy. Like I said, when he bought Twitter, he immediately reinstated Donald Trump. I follow Elon Musk. I'm actually a big fan of Elon Musk. I follow him on X. He's been a big part of promoting. Well, I'm not going to say promoting. An advocate of cryptocurrency. He's been Dogecoin really got on the map just because Elon Musk endorsed it. Let's see what this say. President-elect has announced Elon Musk will lead a new cost-cutting agency called the Department of Government Efficiency. Democrats have raised serious concern over Musk's companies having major contracts with the federal government. Okay, well, you got two big businessmen. Yeah, and I'd say Elon Musk, he take risks, and he's not scared to take risks. And when you on a level like Elon Musk, you're dealing with governments. You're dealing with governments basically all over the world. That's how much influence he got. Elon Musk can say certain things, and he has such a big following that they will go do it. But people been doing that stuff for years, for sure. You know, a lot of these investors, they have fan bases and all that stuff. It's just like Warren Buffett. He got religious followers, and they try to follow what he do. So if he mentions something publicly, these fans will actually go, support it. And here you go, talking about Doge right here. Musk plans to review federal spending as part of a newly created department. Or Doge, they call this new department Doge. That's something. I was thinking about selling my Doge too, but looking at this, I may hold on to it. May get $1 out of it. Right now it's 35 cents. Let me see. It's not an official agency, and Congress controls budget for federal agencies. Doge's role may be limited to offering advice to Trump. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Click that subscribe button. Click that like button. There are still a lot of unknowns around Doge as it solicits direction from X, formerly Twitter, including where and how it'll find up to $2 trillion in promised cuts. $2 trillion in promised cuts. Okay. But just by making it in this news, the media is a big part of how the market can go as well. It's a few factors, whoever the president is. And I just didn't feel great when Biden was running. I was paying attention to what he was doing or what he was talking about. I was looking at what type of investments you're talking about making. My portfolio is doing good, but then again, I'm learning about this stuff, which I wish I would have learned it early on in life. So I'm not looking at it to sell. I'm thinking it just rolls over time or whatever. So I end up losing some of my portfolio, even though I was still on the profit side. I still ended up with a profit, but not much as I wanted to. So, but millionaires still can be made out here. For sure. I'm one of those guys that's trying to get there. And is going to get there. But he got a lot of, like they say, big contracts with governments. SpaceX, that's another program he has running. That's what I mean about somebody that's not scared to take risks. This guy will take a risk, for sure. SpaceX had several fixed price contracts with NASA, including a $1.6 billion contract in 2008 with 12 missions under the agency service program and a $2.6 billion contract in 2014. So he done got some big contracts from these people. That's for sure. Yeah, but I just want to jump in and talk about this money game every now and then. All I'm saying is Trump back in office, get your money. Peace and love. I'll see y'all next time, the next couple of days. Shouts out to the Detroit Lions. They put it down on the Jags today. By the time y'all hear this video, the time done passed by with the game post reactions. But they blasted them today and they marching straight ahead, looking good. Peace and love. Thank you for listening.